that channel. Welcome to another episode of the Not So Serious podcast.
Another amazing episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Tuko smart. Na na feel poa. Mtaki ni feel poa?
Hakuna mtu amesema hivyo.
Aya, nasema
Ni swali ya kwanza tu ndo nimeona hapa. Kashtuka.
Ni ya kushtua.
Tanzanian elections.
Yaani tunaanza hapo. Wow. Viumbe.
As the recording of this podcast episode 19. Sai tukirecord mtu ashaannouncewa winner. Yes, there's so much chaos that had happened before that. Protests and whatnot. Celebrities who are backing the, how can we call her?
The solutionless solution.
Yeah. They're fleeing the country. What do you think about
So,
that?
no, washa flee.
Obviously.
TZD, so the election can be looked at in different aspects. First, pre-election and election time and post-election. So Samia Suluhu was running against herself, okay? So she was running against herself. Yes, like there's a movie. What is the name of that movie where the guy has a gun and is racing against people?
They dictate.
Yeah, you understand now. So it's just a typical demonstration of the same. She's been exposed for her insecurities because, first of all, so there's different things in Tanzanian politics. The president always comes from the mainland. She's from Zanzibar. So so aliingia na mulango ya nyuma unashika.
Oh, she has never been elected. Alikuwa deputy though.
Yeah, she was deputy. Okay, but she's not from mainland Tanzania. You understand? The president of Tanzania always comes from mainland Tanzania. Zanzibar operates autonomously but produces the vice president. It has their own president. Okay?
Yeah, their own president.
Their own election body.
Yeah, Zanzibar's president is no vice president for Tanzania.
Yeah. So you see now with this particular arrangement, Zanzibar has two presidents. Okay? Mainland has no president. So when Magufuli was killed, okay, we stop saying he died. When he was murdered, assassinated, in CCM, there were people high-ranking in CCM who did not want her to be president. But I don't know what happened between her and Kikwete, but Kikwete is the one who brokered this nonsense of her being president. Okay? So after she assumed presidency, she went after everybody that was opposed to her or seemed a threat to her being in power. Okay? And the purge was in CCM, the party, and she went even after the opposition. That is why Chadema's candidate is in... yes, and also further to this, they've declared her as president so that they could usher in a handshake government with Tundu Lissu. Okay, so that she can be in charge. If she wasn't declared and the chaos continued, she would have fled the country and CCM would have lost the mandate and the power completely. So for CCM to hold the power, even though there are many in CCM that do not agree with her, she has to be declared president and then start negotiating with the opposition for a power-sharing deal, hoping that this power-sharing deal will stop the chaos. I hope it doesn't.
But Tundu Lissu is still arrested or aliachiliwa.
No, he refused.
But you remember, if you are keen, you must remember that his case was dropped a few days before the elections.
And he refused to leave the jail.
Yeah, because they were going to assassinate him.
So he was saying it's the only safe place for him. So
So he's in there willingly.
yeah, man, because
The case was, there was no case for him to answer. The charges were nonsensical, so there was no case for him to answer. So the only thing that I've seen that is interesting is that even with them switching off the internet, people continued protesting into the night. You see the thing with Kenya where some people who are paid by government to tell us to go home at 6, tell us. Tanzanians protested for 3 days consecutively, day and night. And I hope they achieve something. But if they don't achieve the goal of removing Samia Suluhu from power, they're going to enter into a very dark period of dictatorship, just like we have in Uganda.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But as we speak, they've announced as...
No, announcing someone does not make them president. Okay?
Also about the dynamic of the army now.
Yeah, so
yeah, so
because you see, there's so many people who've been announced as presidents and been forced to flee. Okay? The people who announce you as president are a few officials. If the country does not want you, you'll not be able to survive. If the people do not want you, you can kill as many as you want. But if the people decide that you cannot lead them, you cannot lead them. And that is the problem that we're having in East Africa. All the presidents have lost legitimacy. They've lost the favor of the people. So that is why they're killing citizens and oppressing any form of free expression. But the dynamics in Tanzania are many. You saw even the artists. You know, not too long ago we were talking about how those artists are lifetime members of CCM. Yeah, we saw even one of them was went to the balcony chefs program, and he was wearing CCM colors. Did you guys see that?
yeah, man.
Yeah, but all of them have escaped into Kenya, we hear. And the Mondi guy, the biggest artist in Tanzania, who says there's no bigger artist than him, he has been forced to delete all posts associated with Samia Suluhu. But the one that is I fear for is Harmonize. Harmonize has like 10 songs praising Samia Suluhu, different things. So they've been doing campaigns for that party. So you've seen businesses being touched for people associated with them. And there's been looting and destruction. And I think this is the way to go for...
Looting only to people associated.
Yes. For people, this social annexing of these people works.
Yeah.
That is why we said we should ban politicians' houses. Okay?
So
ban their businesses.
stupid Kenyans.
Yeah.
I hope you're learning. Nyi kazi yenyu ni kwenda kuiba.
Nao ndo wanaitwa walimu.
Kulutu. Hawa kazi yao.
No. You see also, you see if you failed, you always want to praise yourself. To feel better, you see.
Yourself to feel better.
Hata kwa ball unajua kuna say ball. Unaona kwa ball, kuna say kwa ball wanasemanga walikuwa wanoma kushinda wanyama. Okay? But hajaicheza any professional football. You understand now? So hiyo kusema ulikuwa better than wanyama ni history ilipita. Na hata kuna mtu anakumbuka, kwa mtu anajalika ulikuwa better than wanyama. Juu ulifanya nini nawe kuwa better than wanyama? Ulifanya nini nayo? So Kenyans are inspiring people but still continuing to be loaded over by our politicians. You understand? Yeah, we are still going to attend rallies. How are we still attending politicians' rallies at this particular point in time? Politicians have started campaigning now. Yeah. Okay, they've not worked for the last 3 years, and they're already campaigning. Yeah, there's a cock sniffing, trigger happy politician, thug, who is claiming to be a maths teacher. Real teachers are doing real work, and if you're a parent and you're telling your child to go and listen to a cock sniffing, trigger happy, thug, you're an idiot. Yeah, you should actually be denied the privilege of being a parent. because that level of stupidity should not be carried on to anyone else in your lineage.
Yeah. And teachers are on strike.
And you see the funny thing, real teachers wako kwa field wanatembea kwa matope wakideliver exam, wakitembea kwa maswamp. Mtu mwingine anaambia mambo ya YouTube. What professional credentials does he have? And you as an adult unapeleka mtoto wako asikize. You understand the stupidity?
Unajua ndio kwanza my exam.
And also you see the thing is he's preparing kids for exams. Do you know schooling is not about exams? You understand now? Schooling is not about me passing a paper. That is not schooling. Knowledge is not about passing a paper. So whatever he's doing is just nonsense. PR nonsense. And then you have some people saying he should be governor. Ndio hilo vile watu wa Nairobi wasema kwa watakwenda kufundisha watu ushago. Hakuna mafala politically kwa watu wako jiji.
Mimi nataka tu msatusho venye Kenya atadu na
hata zaidi hapo
msata ongelei Kenya atadu na jiji.
Yeah.
Yako huko
analipa mabloga. Ati mabloga atuambie huyu msee ndo next governor. Yeah. Sawa, next atapaka kudu.
Anataka kudu nini?
Governor akona job description. Yeah, so kwa job description atafanya nini? Walipata. Na saa hii tukiangalia city penye yuko, yeye atafanya nini ndo city ende penye citizens wanaspaa? Because the thing with Kenya ni aspirations za wananchi na the political class ziko hivi wide apart. Politicians wanachase huku fame. Wana umse, huu ni socialite.
Totally.
Who si leader? This is a socialite.
Totally.
Like sasa akikuja na manifestos itakuwa the same things that zilikuwa zikirudiwa. So
hata zaidi hapo master, umse hizi vitu zenye anadu. Okay? Hii ni socialite. You understand now? He's entertaining us with gimmicks. There's no what leadership can you say is a leader? He's not a leader of any caliber.
Mobilizer
of thugs and goons. You understand now? We need to be serious as a country because where do we want to go? If actually our aspirations are that low, we deserve everything that we get. You understand? It's the reason why Mike Sonko was the governor of Nairobi. There's a reason why a guy came with a fake degree from a certain defunct Ugandan university and he is now governor. You understand? Yeah, it is the same. There's a reason why someone bankrupted Mumia's Sugar and he was trusted as governor in Nairobi. You get now? So it's just a bunch of foolishness. And you see, even that is why you see people like Matiang'i paying American firms to do PR for them, the way they did with Cambridge Analytica.
Everyone wants to be the US poster boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because
no, do you know why?
A few months ago, we had the same from the government.
Yeah.
Paying
300 million for someone to do for a firm to do lobbying for them in Congress.
In Congress, so
yeah, and also the other guy, the Mulima Hornbill was also in the US.
Yeah.
Doing the same nonsense.
Yeah.
So none of these guys represent our interests.
None of them.
Kuna disclaimer ikianza.
None of them.
Yeah, none of these guys represent.
Texas Ranger.
Manze, leo tuna nyingine. Hey. But yeah.
Yeah, so Tanzanians, if they don't finish the job, chances are they will not because they've already been compromised. And Kenya is actively involved in the truce that is happening there because you know what happens if Tanzanians succeed.
You know.
Yeah, so
knows
it is in the Kenyan state's best interest that it is nipped in the bud, whatever is happening.
But I think this guy, this is their own making also.
Yeah,
because-
CCM is incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah, CCM has been incompetent for a very long time. Yeah, it has been incompetent. Because what they should have
As
done...
much as Magufuli was Pan-African and all that kind of thing, he was also a very cruel.
Yeah,
Very cruel.
yeah, yeah.
And there are things he also did that were...
And CCM has been doing that since Nyerere's time.
man.
So it's not...
So
You,
it's not something new, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so...
You see, even government vehicles are in CCM colors. What nonsense is that?
Everything is in CCM colors.
Yeah.
Bro.
You see,
And CCM colors are
the flag.
Tanzania's national flag.
You understand now?
Oi, oi.
But the funny thing about the protests,
Agreed.
there's a video.
Yeah.
There's a video of Tanzanians taking gas cylinders. Did you see the
Yeah,
video?
the
Yeah,
blue
yeah.
one.
So they were saying sisi ni wapole, hata kwa kuchukua tutachukua kwa upole. Hakukuwa na pressure, walichukua tu polite.
Yeah. Everybody was moving like it was nothing.
Nika ni offer mali yani.
Yeah, it's like someone's giving
Kama
them.
ametoka
It's
promotion.
like it's yours, yeah. You just came from a refill.
Man,
Yeah. But you see, even
There.
the level of depoliticization in TZ is very high.
One thing they should know, if mama if they don't get a chance to do away with mama, nakwambia kila mtu mwenye akona hiyo gasi ya blue utatii. Utatii. Nakwambia mtu hizo gasi zitatafutwa house to house.
Yeah.
That is how petty you TZ iko. That is how petty TZ iko. Kwanza they will view it as lack of
Manners.
and etiquette.
Yeah.
Mmekosa adabu
so kiboko
kama
lazima.
wenzenyu.
Wa Kenya. Viumbe. Unajua uzuri pia ni kiumbe. Unajua, so ukijita kiumbe unajua kila mtu ni kiumbe.
Unajua, yeah. Sasa I hope.
But you also know that the president of Tanzania right now has very little education. Okay?
it shows.
Yeah, it shows in everything she's
shows.
doing. Yeah,
shows.
she has very little.
It shows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
she has very little education.
How can a whole president start beefing with citizens from another country?
Yeah, and you don't
How
even.
do you do that in front of the whole world? You're here, uko hapo unabishana na Wakenya. Si hata ati unabishana na rais wa Kenya, unabishana na wananchi wa Kenya. Like hata si wananchi wa Kenya, unabishana na Mbogi ya Nairobi.
Yeah, Mbogi ya Twitter.
Una watu wa X.
Watu wa X.
Unabishana na watu wa X wa Kenya.
So hata hiyo kitu fani hata ilikuwa zaidi ni alizima internet alafu akakuja kumake post tuko mneti. Yeye peke yake ndo ana access Twitter. Unajua, so of course unajua sasa, of course anajiput up to attacks from Kenyans because una post ndo tubonge. Of course unajua unatupima.
Like anatupostia sisi.
Apostia TZ.
Postiwa TZ.
Your TZ does access Twitter. Unashika. So the other point ni watu wametisha hawa wasanii wao kina chibude chibude kina Likiba wanapumlia hapa kwa mabalkoni
wakikula maugali na samaki.
Ugali na samaki.
Pia si tunafaa tufike hapo juu.
We're there. We passed there. Anyone who was supporting the government was socially annexed. People unsubscribe from people ask questions. Wale wanavile wasanii walijaribu waliingia maandamano si ndio waonekane, si atijua ati nini. We are already there as Kenyans. Tanzanians just copied what he did. It's just that the level they added a layer.
Yeah, man.
They added a layer.
And there was no powder keg guy.
Yeah.
Powder keg guy was not there.
Yeah.
They don't have a powder keg guy. I hope you understand.
we move forward. Leona KRA issued an apology.
Who?
Kenya Revenue Authority issued an apology after they sent out
Ati Kenya Youth some.
No, KRA.
Kenya
KRA.
Revenue Authority.
Oh, umesikia youth.
We don't have an authority. So, apparently there's a guy who had a lump sum of debt. Yeah, like 300 million. And I think he was getting tenders from the government, right?
So the story around the guy, you see the story has been muddied because people are bringing a lot of theories to it. But so the story is that there's a guy, a taxpayer, okay, a Kenyan taxpayer, who had, I think, a tax dispute with KRA. So when he went there, he was slammed with a 300 million demand of tax. So how I view it, that this was his last attempt at reaching an agreement of how to solve that issue with KRA, but he hit a gridlock because of how vicious and violent KRA is dealing with Kenyans. You see, they call themselves an authority, so it is a colonial body of the state that is used to put people in check, and it is KRA is behind the killing of businesses. So many businesses have gone under because of the nonsense of KRA and KEBS and this kind of guys, because of how irreasonable they are. You understand now? So this guy might have had some tax issue, but that tax issue was escalated by that demand for the 300 million. So I think KRA backdated some taxes, and the thing is that this guy was not in a position to pay that amount of money. So he's a contractor, he's an engineer, so chances are he was working with government, and you know how that works. So he had debt beyond government. He probably borrowed from banks, friends, and these things. So he's a person who was in a very tight ship, a very tight corner, and on the edge, and KRA just made sure that they pushed him over to his death. So KRA is very responsible for the death of this person. So they did that pressure as damage control, but people had already, that news was already online. Yeah, so they did not even mention that this guy had a dispute. They just mentioned that there's a certain man, of which they knew who he was. Of course, he was at the offices. But they tried to play it down. So there's been backlash about that. But that is just how the colonial state works. Kenyan lives do not matter. Okay? And it is something we keep saying. Our lives do not matter to the colonial state. Unajua? Yes, to the colonial state, we are disposable. Yes, unless you are a white person, the natives are disposable to the colonial state. You understand now? Yeah. So, and this is something that we need to speak about more. That is why even the policies that government puts into place do not consider the wants of people. Okay? Yes, they just, IMF comes, says, you guys, you need to tax these people more. They tax people more. You understand? Businesses have closed because they cannot, okay? The operational costs are very high, the tax demands are very high, and they cannot afford to continue operating. So these are some of the issues on a broader context regarding that death, but it's just because Kenyan lives do not matter to the Kenyan state. Yeah, they've been killing people in different ways, so death by 1,000 cuts. So fire ban the Kenyan colonial state every time. Death to the Kenyan colonial state. Death to the Kenyan political class. And there's a part that we keep forgetting, that these laws, you see, KRA implements what is passed in parliament. So That is why I always say we need to kill Kenyan politicians, because they are the ones who pass these ridiculous laws.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of passing laws,
Yeah.
there's a new tourism regulatory bill to privatize beaches and islands.
Just true.
There's that bill, and there is which one else? The one for flights, ticket flights.
Yeah. There's
Something.
600 shillings.
600 shillings for local flights.
Yeah.
And is it 600 or 300?
They've added a levy. Okay. Yeah, they've added a levy per ticket. So I think, you see, this is just, in my very opening and very consistent opinion, is just whitening tourism. You know, tourism has always been fulfilling the fantasies of white people. And when white people come and they speak of wild animals, I went to the Mara, I saw lions and wild beasts, they never speak of the people. So there's been a concerted effort to remove the natives from this tourism thing, so that white people only come and see beaches where they don't see the locals, okay? And the locals don't benefit in any way from this tourism nonsense. You see, even if you go to coast, for example, if you are in Diani, you'll see the disparity between the locals and the people who own the tourism business, the hotels and these things. The poverty there is on another level. So this is just another effort to make the people poorer and to whiten tourism. But another point is also to grab land. You understand? It's just the effort to grab land and public utilities for private ventures. Yeah. It's the same. It is also in the same category as when they increased park fees. You understand? Yes, just to limit access for the locals, because you see, public beaches should be free. Okay.
You see, the thing here is, when these tourists come, and most of them want to come here and don't want to interact.
Yeah, that is the thing now. They want to interact with animals.
When they come here, and
what?
That is
and they go to the beach and they find there are locals here. Unajua?
Yeah, and
feedback yake kwa hoteli ni I had a great time, I had a great stay. You have a nice beach, but it's full of locals there.
yeah, they are bothering me.
Yeah, I couldn't get any privacy.
Yeah.
So, and I felt unsafe.
Yeah, threatened.
You know, and this feedback, the hotels wanarudisha feedback kwa ministry. You see? So, ministry wana interpret aje. Yeah.
And you also need to understand that the people who own the major tourism businesses are not Kenyans.
Yeah, man.
They're not natives. Yeah, the big operators of this tour business are white people. So they will look to put in policies to make sure that locals do not get to engage in this. You see, even that is why they always say at they're helping local communities. At what level? Do you have general managers from the coast, from local communities in those hotels? No. They are stewards. Unskilled to semi-skilled, where most of them are not even permanently employed. Most of them are casuals. So in low season, they'll be laid off with no payments and nothing.
Yeah.
Okay?
The hospitality industry
It's slavery, man.
And cruel in
Most-
terms of employment.
Yeah, the labor, there's no regulations in terms of how labor is, the people working in the hospitality industries are not protected from these unfair practices. Yeah, people, especially those guys who work in the coast, yeah, they're laid off at will at whatever time. Yeah, and they are the mercy of these white owners. Okay?
And why do we need to create tourist towns? Where, how are they going to work now, these tourist towns?
Yeah.
Because these guys, they are simply creating a tourist town.
Activity can take
No
place.
local activities can take place, only tourism.
Yeah.
And no locals allowed.
Yeah, and no locals
If
allowed.
you're not working there.
Yeah.
So, what are they trying to do, you know? But I had, there was this guy, the Mabunde guy, you know the Mabunde guy, the one who sells bunde. He talks like, sometimes he talks like an economist.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying, Kenya is the state of Kenya is a company.
Yeah, it has always been.
Yeah, it's a company. So, what does a company do? It does business, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does business. So, at times when I see what's happening around, it comes to my mind.
Yeah, that we are a company.
It's because and if it's a company, then the president is the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has to do business, man. So he has obligation to do business. So if something is not making money,
Yeah.
then
They are not very interested.
they're not very interested, and they need to, and it has potential to make money, and it's in the hands of the public. What are you going to do about it? You just have to privatize it.
Yeah, take it away from them.
Yeah, and take it away from the public.
Yeah, yeah.
And privatize it and make money for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because it's crazy, man.
You see the problem even for us, even if you view it as a company, this money does not trickle down to the shareholders.
No. It's the we are not this.
We are
just
we are stakeholders, not shareholders.
no. They don't view us like that. That's true of.
We are I've gotten you. We are the servants. We are their servants.
Lower down your vocabulary for that. We are the servant. Yeah, we are the slaves, man.
Yeah.
The slaves. We
We are the slaves.
who are oiling the wheel of the company.
Yeah.
So our opinion is not needed, neither is it listened to. So what credentials do you have to lecture us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we own the company. So I think someone is in business with the country, and someone is really desperate to sell everything that he can sell. Yeah, everything that he can sell. I don't know what these guys have promised them.
I think they've promised him a stay in power and a share of the spoils. Everything that they get, they'll be able to give some to them. So I think it's just guaranteeing him a stay in power, and also what you see, being in power allows him access to these things as well.
He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of foreigners, there's a police officer assaulted by some Caucasian Dutch guy inside the police station.
You see, even the story is beyond that. You see, this guy apparently had a Kenyan girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when you hear a white guy say they have a Kenyan girlfriend, you understand the arrangement, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, he started a fight at his hotel room with the lady. So police were called in, okay, and they arrested him for assaulting the lady. Okay, so when you go to the police station, Kenyans have low self-esteem, a majority of Kenyans. So they view white people as being superior to them. White people are treated as being superior. So this guy should have been in a cell, but he was standing behind the OB desk, okay, behind the policeman, and he was abusing one police officer and spitting on him and trying to hit him or provoke him. And the police officer was playing it very calm, restrained. You see the restraint that they always ask to have when they're killing innocent youths in town.
Or even just handling us. Then.
Yeah, you see this kind of. I was very happy to see that they could be this docile. You understand? This very unprofessional Kenyan police force. Okay, this very violent Kenyan police force could because one of low self-esteem, because mzungu ujue mzungu ni daddy.
Kwanza sikuonea mseuru.
Siezi hata mimi siezi muonea huruma. Yeah, I'm very happy that happened to him.
Hata angempaka shonde.
Yeah, because the Kenyan police force is a terror organization.
Angempaka shonde.
Yeah. Urashika. Yeah, it is a registered terrorist organization.
Kamasi tu angempaka shonde. Oni nani?
Yeah, so whatever happens to them, they do not respect themselves. They do not
sana disavio Kenya alipata.
They do not respect Kenyans.
Hivyo tu ndo mimi naweza sema. Na hiyo story ya girlfriend hapo hakuna. Sisi tunajua tu ni nini ilikuwa inaendelea hapo. Hapo ni biashara ilienda tu mbaya. Uchalia kwa anataka kulipa.
Yeah, hakuwa anataka kukanjali.
Akaanza kuganda umde. Ndio ikaleta pressure. Alafu sasa wale ile mbogili arrest huo Charlie ilikama ikamdump kwa OB. Hii mbogi ya OB ilikama sasa
haina rada.
Hata nipo acha watemewe hizo kwa.
Yeah, so apparently instead of being charged in court, that guy was deported. You see, that's nonsense. He needed to be charged in court. Deporting is not.
These guys need to spend time in our jail.
Yeah. Why deporting a criminal?
It will not cost us anything. Kwani tuko na relationship. Huo mse ni Mdutch.
Yeah, he's Dutch.
Kama misbehave hapa. Wewe ndio misbehave hivyo huko uone. Uone tu like.
Si umeona ayakiwa?
Unaona Jakio kesha na alikuwa anafikiria huko, kwa Kingston. Kaoneshwa.
Zile nonsense amekuwa kufanywa huko Kingston akiachiwa.
Kaoneshwa.
Sasa he's staring at 9 years. For attempted murder.
Na hiyo hata watu wanamwambia wameconsider, kuna kitu wameconsider. Wao chalia hata atauma pamba huko ndani. Amejuu amedeteriorate mbaya. The last time tuliona ile time akifanya birthday yake. Na sahi jela ni jela mzee, hata iko comfortable aje.
Yeah, jela ni jela.
Manze huko free. Huko hata kama huko nje hatuko free. Afadhali ya huko nje, afadhali hii jela ya nje kidogo. Ile jela umekuwa na binadamu ni ngori. Amekushika kwa room fulani ya makona 4. Hata amekewa vitabu hapo atisijui comp mneti. Mzee. Bado huko nje. Bado jua ukitaka kuota jua unaambiwa ni kesho saa 4. After saa 4 kwanza blanda. Lakini Jakiwa me I think kuna problem. Amekuwa na ngori.
Yeah, huyo ni jailbird. Wewe kwa tuna mambo zake huyo.
Kando na kukuwa na talent akona problem.
Yeah, huyo ni jailbird.
Hapana. Nuna busy hiyo mchezo alifanya mara moja.
Sahi.
Hiyo kitu siwezi rudia.
Baka akaanza kuita watu waje si black.
Baka akaanza hiyo kitu lakini Jakiwa nani busy anakonga betu ingizi. Hapana. Hiyo rada Bill Clinton.
Lakini pengine aliplay a role. Pengine alifanya mambo ndo akaachilia. Ngoro yake ilikuwa imesepa. alikuwa extraditiwe. Alifikia Bill Clinton mzee akamwambia father.
I know one of my song is your favorite.
Yeah, father.
Noma.
Nani Bavada anamtaka cover artist. Unajua ile time ya Alliance, Mavado peke yake ndio stand up to cartel. So yuko amekula moto na wase wengine wa Alliance walikunja mkia.
Wasengo wako wanataka kujinvolve na hiyo story.
So Mavado
ya Gali Gaza.
Mavado
alikuwa anafikiri atapata
baki ya watu wa Alliance. Watu wakakuja mkia.
Ile akacheza chini. Yaki mambo mengi.
The busy signal ni one of them. Sasa yuko amekula moto.
So hawa mabisi kuzile tu ataanza kufanya tu kazi venye inafaa.
Yeah, as long as they continue to disrespect the lives of Kenyans, we don't give a fuck what happens to them.
Omse haiwezi kuwa na misbehavior bure. Probably amewapea do mara kadhaa.
Yeah.
Nini ifanye wewe watu waanze kupaka watu hapa Kamasi kwa station, police station yao.
But
unajua venye kwanza wase wanakongo mingizi ya baridi wakiwa Afrika.
Yeah.
Sana hata hataki kuarestiwa. Ati umset ati amearestiwa na paka.
Alafu unajua mara moja sio juangi. Kuna fugitives wengi sana wako Kenya.
Yeah man.
Yeah. So many fugitives wanajificha huko Kenya.
Kaule mjamaa alikuwa anapeleka watu Ukraine mazi. Rada yake ni gani?
Ule wa nini? Wa Russia. So apparently your storytelling may develop. Si Kenya government ilidena hakuna kitu kaa hiyo. Yeah, but vile ilikuja kwa news sasa kuna press of Minister of Foreign Affairs led by the illegal unconstitutional Prime Cabinet Secretary in December they reached an agreement with Moscow for the safe return of those Kenyans who are being held in Russia against their will.
Tulikuwa tumesikia kuna mtu huko.
Yeah, but sasa
lakini sasa kuna mtu tena.
Pressure bus pipe bridge. Kuna sengi wameenda huko. Kuna sengi wameenda kwa hiyo.
Wanaambia watakuwa kwa matrack driver.
Yeah.
Unaenda unapewa gun.
Tizi siku mbili unaingia front line wewe.
Alafu ukifikiria unaenda kufightia
nani winter majamaa.
Unaenda kufightia Russia. Kumbe unaingizwa.
Ukraine. So Ukraine kwa hiyo wame lose soldiers wengi so na.
Wasoja wa Russia wakikupata wanakupata na uniform ya Ukraine. Sasa unashikwa kapi OW. Unashikwa kapi OW wa Ukraine. Unapelekwa jela huko prison of war. So probably government ataka kunegotiate wala wameshikwa walete.
Wamenegotiate wala mebambo waletwe.
Letwe juu wale wengine wameenda huko against their will.
So walitupisha zile hizi mboka Alfred Mutoe wana hapa. Jobs majuu sio hizo mboka. So mimi vile naona the government knows this thing. It has been part of recruiting Kenyans to go and fight in Ukraine and
me hata me no now I say our verify easy jobs.
Juu sasa juu kuna pressure ku create mboka.
Our verify everything. Hakuna verification process. Hata hizi ma stories zinakuta ala. Tulipeleka wase wapi? Unacheki? Hawa sasa wa smart sana kucheza hiyo game hivyo. You're giving them too much credit. Hawa sasa wa smart hivyo. Kitu wanajaribu kufanya hapo smart ni ujinga ya Sudan. Lakini maana unaona
nimebako.
Sasa hii dunia iko na macho. Wewe ukifanya kitu jua watu wako na macho. Utatolewa hapa ma receipts.
Okay. Moving forward. IMF raises the alarm over Kenyan shilling steady exchange rate.
IMF ni hypocrite. Atala la IMF. IMF ni hypocrite. IMF sasa wanajifanya hivi juu wamesikia mjamaa kuna interest ya kushift foreign policy yetu to China. Ndio sasa unaona IMF
ni handbrake tu mzee. Handbrake inavutwa hapo.
Mzee tu wanavuta tu handbrake. Wanajua umsame kwa kucheza hii game kutoka kitambo.
Actually unajua kwa nini Ministry of Finance, okay? Kuna official wa IMF. Unashika master. So hizi policy zote zikipitishwa, hata story ya Central Bank prop up currency, hizo vitu zote wanajua. Hizi ni games zinachezwa na the West. For example, US ina printing tu do. Unashika? So hizi ni games wamelearn from our masters wao. So kuna kitu, hiyo ni kitu everyone mwenye anaona, hata kama si economist utaona hii ni kitu fake. Juu number 2 kama ingekuwa hivyo, tungekuwa tunaona hiyo trickle down effect. Goods zingekuwa cheaper.
Goods zingekuwa cheaper.
Inflation ingekuwa penye iko. Unashika master. So of course ni fake.
Ni fake. Sasa unacheki IMF inaanza kutuambia hivyo juu ati sasa prezo switch interest ako saidi ya China hivi Russia. Ndio unaona sasa wanaanza kutuambia hizi vitu. Ni hypocrites wa kwende. Wao wapambane huko vile sisi tunapambana.
Free IDs renewal gazetted for only 6 months.
Nilikuwa mnataka ikuwe forever.
Forever. ID.
Forever na mnaekewa levies kwa mabarabara.
Sasa
unajua hadi kwenda ngojeni kwanza levy yako hadi kwa hizi barabara za matatu ni mtatii. Country inaweka tax kila siku. Mnataka nini vitu za free? Si mnaona Kenya Linda Mama ilifanywa. Bado mko hapa.
So the funny thing na story ya IDs ni tunafaa tuangalie in a perspective ya the people that are very opposed to the government and the people that need the IDs. Okay, so hiyo ni game gava inacheza. Okay, hiyo ni suppression ya voters. Suppression ya voters haikwangi kitu moja, inakuanga so many activities zina culminate into one. So gava mara ya kwanza ilikuwa the president alikama aka-announce IDs na renewal for free, but hawaku gazette. Unashika? So hii kitu ni vile mimi unaona saa zingine ni energy harvesting. Ni kile tu kitu yenye announce ile nyota. So ile kitu ya nyota.
Nyota ni nini?
Kitu watu wanapewa 55k.
Hiyo kitu ya nyota.
Mimi sitaki vitu zinaitwa nyota.
Unashika?
Kwanza hata mimi mama akamwambia hujachukua, nikamwambia
una get history yote una get hope za maisha.
Ikitu nyota. Hebu sikia vile inaitwa.
Literally taking your nyota.
Your star, wanachukua nyota yako wewe. Una get
surprise.
Yes, unaiuza.
Kwani hizi vitu
unaona nyi wote mmeenda hapo umeona hapa ndo form iko zile vitu zote dream zote mko nazo mnaweka mnaamini kitu unashika biz gani utafanya 55,000 unashika so hii kitu yote ni kwa harvest energy ya youth
utaenda ununue trolley ya smokini
unaona hii kitu yote ni kwa harvest energy ya youth and number 2 ni suppression ya voters unashika so wamesema for only 6 months so that number 1 waonekana wamefanya kitu unashika waonekana ID so wasiwa gava wakikuja kubongesha watawaambia mbona mchukue ID ni free ID zinafaa kuwa free because tunalipa tax all government documents need to be free hata history as due at good conduct sijui stories za sijui CRB nini all those things need to be free accessible freely unashika but juu ujinga iko hii country bado unalipia hizo vitu na bado unalipa mtu mwenye kokoyo ofe bado unabai hizo pepa na bado unakanja hiyo inaenda wapi
unajua mtu anatuambia ati dola imekuwa stagnant hapa ndio ana advise hizi levies na hizi tax ndio maana
una get as in itakuwaje tuko tunadu well economically lakini bado mnatuongezea tax juu atudu well
like
yeah so it just tells you their actions tell you everything
kuna game inachezwa tu hapa like vitu zingine ni kata zikoaji ukweli unaona Zimepangwa ndo pia si tupangwe huko.
Past time tu.
Tusaini ujinga gani? Ati.
Yes, si government work na hizi vitu, hizi D3. Deception, distraction, na ile nyingine inakuanga diversion. So at any one point ukisikia mswa gava akiongea ni hizi vipindi tatu. One or all of the three.
Na IMF tunakaunt kama part ya government.
IMF ni part of the government.
Tricks wanatuchezea.
They just want to actually get sentiment. Unajua watakuwa na reaction ni gani?
Yenyewe itakuwaje?
Wajue watafanya nini.
Of course washapanga the next steps, washapanga vitu mbili, possibility mbili. So ile yenye itafavor Kenya na nini ndo wanaburuka nayo.
Sasa ufikira tu watu ni watoto na hizi hizo time. Hizi hizo time.